Good morning, guys, and welcome to the Morning JB Show. I am your host, James Bourman. And I will be taking you through today a work-life model that is working for a lot of my clients right now, and it's something that I base a lot of my own performances of work-life balance through. If you are coming through, please do like, comment and share. Let me know what you think of the program. Let me know what you think of the show, what you need, how I can help you in any way possible. All right, so listen, I hope you had a great weekend, first and foremost. I hope you're fired up, ready to go for Monday morning. I feel like work-life balance is a subject that is difficult to grasp for a lot of people, and I think one of the key things is to have some form of structure and some form of strategy that is going to allow you to make it simple for you and your lifestyle, right? And I think that's what's super important. So I'm going to go through this model here. I'm going to talk about some exercises and tactics that you can use in terms of keeping your conscious mind, your self-awareness at a high level so that you can monitor exactly what you're doing to make sure you're getting the best out of work life and personal life. All right, so I'm going to go through the 4 pillars. Now, these 4 pillars I talk about in my book, It's a State of Mind. And I came up with these 4 pillars myself when I was burning myself out with my local fitness company that I run. And I was running hours and hours and hours, and I was just neglecting people at home, my health, my well-being, and I was kind of crumbling underneath that little pressure, okay? It felt like I was carrying a backpack that weighed hundreds of kilograms, and it was just weighing me down, right? So I kind of had to look at this, and the 4 pillars I kind of looked at are areas of life that I feel that we all cover, that we all need, right? As businessmen, as dads, as entrepreneurs, as whoever you are in terms of your role within life, all right? And those 4 pillars kind of cover every angle of our life. So if we look at the board, we've kind of got 4, and I'll just quickly break them down. So we've got health. So underneath health, that's developing our mental, emotional, and physical well-being. Business, managing our time and our energy and our priorities. Relationships, nurturing and balancing those relationships. Okay, and then personal development. Okay, what are you doing to grow? I wonder what I wrote on the board there. So what in terms of you doing since you've left college or university to continue learning and growing as a human being? Now, work-life balance, I think people obviously shun it a lot. They're like, what work-life balance? And that is the problem immediately, is your attitude to the work-life balance. There's a belief that you don't feel that you can build a solid work-life balance routine, habit and structure that you can then build upon in terms of your own life, in terms of your own happiness. Now, why do we need work-life balance? Well, I would say that probably 40 to 50% of people overwork, burn themselves out, prioritize and become obligated to their work more than what they're doing personally. And that causes a lot of mental health issues, a lot of mental well-being issues. That causes a lot of stress and overwhelm, drinking, self-sabotage. And it's not the way we want to go when we're striving to be consistent, okay, with our clarity and our control in our life, okay? That's the kind of things that we want in our life, right? Control, consistency, clarity on the direction that we're heading and what we're trying to achieve in our lives. And I think because we don't have that, we lack fulfillment, okay? We lack happiness. We lack purpose. We lack the body that we want, the mind that we want. We lack the potential in our own performance at work that we want. We lack in terms of not nurturing relationships that we have. And sometimes that's why a lot of relationships fail, right? Because they get the wrong work-life balance. Now, when you look at this here, what we usually try and do, and something that I do and encourage my mastermind and round table members, which are my coaching groups, to do each week, is keep that self-awareness at a high level. It's kind of like reflecting each week about where you are and how your work-life balance has been during the week. Now, reflection is really important, like a review process. If you think about what you do at work, you take any data that you get and you review it. So what we do is a self-life audit, and it's something I talk about in my book, It's a State of Mind, and it's scoring yourself out of 10 in each one of these pillars. And maybe you might do it on a Sunday morning, you might do it on a Sunday evening, you might do it on a Friday afternoon, but it's kind of like scoring yourself out of 10 in each category. And doing this over a long period of time, every week of the year, continuously, forever till you die, will continuously allow you to process your behavior during the week. Okay, so instead of just thinking, oh, I've had a shit week, actually, when you sit down for 10 minutes, remember I'm asking for 10 minutes of your time in terms of out of a 168-hour week, to look down and go, okay, I've got a 5 here in health. Okay, why is it only a 5? That's because I've been putting too much time and energy into work and not prioritizing myself enough. And it just keeps you on top of your game in terms of making sure that you are getting the balance right. Where are the imbalances? Where's the inconsistencies? What are the triggers that are leading to those inconsistencies? And like whenever you get any data, whether you're in your business role or whether it's a football statistics or whatever it is that you're into, you analyze that data and you take action. So when at the end of the week you look at your self-audit or your life audit and you consistently look at that data that's coming up in front of you, it's telling you something, it's telling you patterns, it's telling you things that are happening. These are facts. Then you can go away and overcome those problems. So if you're not getting enough health time, that's because you're not planning enough health days. It's not that you don't have time, it's just that you're not factoring it into your weekly plan. If you're spending too much time at work and not at home, that's because you're not prioritizing your tasks and delegating enough. If you're not nurturing your relationship, it's probably because you're not doing enough consciously to make sure that you are present in that relationship, nurturing it. If you're not doing enough to grow, it's because you're not factoring in the time. You're not looking at areas that you can improve in. Self-help books, podcasts, audio books, seminars, programs, courses, things that you can do to raise your game. Okay, and raising your game in your business performance, in your health performance, in your relationships, you just stop growing. And that's the point and purpose of doing the end of week self-audit, the self-life audit. And everything has a system, has a structure. We base everything on the 4 pillars. We keep ourselves consistent with consistent reviews and actions. We then take action on the data that we're kind of doing and finding through our own review. So this is a great work-life balance model. It's a great way to action the work-life model, and it's a great way to take data and process to improve yourself for the future. Okay, but it's all down to you taking responsibility to, number 1, kind of show up for your self-audit, and number 2, do something about the data that you are building up and processing each week. If you do fuck all and feel sorry for yourself and stay in a little bubble of self-pity, then you're never going to grow. Okay, you've got to face this on and you've got to implement it. It takes effort, it takes work, but in the long run, it will make a massive difference to your life. Because I can guarantee you that over a year doing this, you'll strive forwards much better with much more control, much more consistency, and much more clarity in the direction that you're heading and the way you're living your life. All right, guys? So listen, if you like this and you want to do more of this self-awareness stuff, the free 5-day Fire It Up challenge is now open. The link's up above. It's completely free. No bullshit, straight talking, no hidden costs, no crap like that you see on the internet. It's free, completely free. Take the 5 days, develop yourself, and learn something about yourself. All right, guys? Have a great day. Have a killer start to the week, and I'll see you Wednesday for the next show.